Hey y'all, how you doing? This is Scott Wood again with another edition of High Five for Part-Timers. Coming here from Casa de Wood in Salem, Oregon. Just chilling, and I thought I'd talk to you guys a little bit about home and family this week. So I don't want to give you 5 things to do. That would almost imply that I'm the perfect family man. But the fact is that most of us in part-time ministry uh, have families. We have a wife at least, or a husband, or kids, or whatever. And even as it regards to like your extended family, like your mom and dad, or whatever. I think it's good to have goals. So I just want to share with you 5 goals of mine as a part-time youth guy, and just as a person, as an adult, as a human being. I definitely feel as a father, I have an obligation to teach my boys, raise them up as men, to be men. So let me just kind of go through, and I'll just share with you 5 goals, okay? So goal number 1 is I want to be in constant contact with my wife. I try to do this in a number of different ways. Ooh, I'm tilting. Um, we text pretty much through the day. I talk to her when I get home. I want to always be in contact with my wife. It's hard for us to lose connection if we're constantly in contact. So communication with your spouse is huge. And it's easy to lose it, especially when you've got schedules and appointments and this and that. So constant contact with my wife is definitely one of my goals. Number 2, back to my wife, is FaceTime with my wife. I want to make sure that I have like at least 10-15 minutes every day just to sit down and talk with my wife face to face. Usually this happens, towards the end of the day in bed. But even like when I first come home, I want to make sure that I kiss her and I just at least say, "How are you?" And hopefully we can talk a little bit. So that's number 1, or that's number 2. So number 1 is constant contact with my wife. Number 2 is FaceTime, communication time, like a debrief time with my wife every day. Number 3, um, I want to have some daily time with my boys. Now, this is not happening right now. I think we get time together. I get time with all 3 of my boys, but I like to just have, a time to connect with each one of my children on a one-on-one. And, it's part-time. It's kind of, it's the nature of the beast. I'm working a 40-hour, coming into a 20-hour. But it's still a goal of mine, and that's why I started out saying these are goals. So daily, I'd like to have time with all 3 of my kids, and I'd say I probably get 2 out of 3 of them a day. And number 4 goes along with that. I'd like to have weekly, if not bi-weekly, time with each individual child. And that's just time just to hang out and relax. Yeah, it could be a meal, it could be like an ice cream, it could be something, if you live in a region where you've got like super cool stuff going on, it could be something like that, but it could be as easy as just going out for a walk or something, but just time to connect with my kids. Honestly, like as a youth pastor, as someone in ministry, and as a husband and a father, my first obligation in ministry is to my family. And I'd love to sit here and tell you that I've met and exceeded that, every day of my life, but I'd be lying. There's times where the schedule just beat me down, and we're heading into a busy time right now. We've kind of got like a sprint going on the next 3 weeks before we get to August, when we die down for a while. So, it's gonna get a little tougher and everything. But these are definitely goals. Okay, so number 1, constant contact with my wife. Number 2, daily debrief with my wife. Number 3, daily time with my boys. Number 4, weekly or bi-weekly hangout time with each kid individually. Then number 5, daily Bible times. Once again, not perfect. We don't do this. We really don't. The Lord's really impressed upon me, especially this year, that we need to do this. But it just hasn't happened. I gotta tell you, and I've got some extra time, so I gotta tell you, I didn't come up in the church. I came up outside of the church, and the church to me was very creepy and stuff. So when I became a Christian, I embraced a lot of stuff, but still a lot of it is just kind of weird. And for some reason, to me, the family Bible time, it just always seemed kind of weird. And I don't know if any of you have that issue. I do, and I don't know why. I think coming up as a Christian, understanding that my quiet time is personal relationship time with Jesus Christ, and that's something I need to be doing personally. But what I'm understanding too is that it's my job as a dad, and as a parent, so mom, dad, whatever, to model and communicate the same way as a youth pastor or whatever you do professionally as a leader. It's our jobs to model through communication, or no, to communicate through modeling. Sorry. So I can tell you have a quiet time. I can tell you have your Bible time. Go do this. Go do that. But until I can really show you how to do it, a lot of times people are at a loss. So I think the whole daily Bible time and daily prayer time as a family will help make that more congruent. Will hopefully help connect dots. My kid. So like my oldest Patrick, my kid knows he's supposed to have a daily Bible time, but he doesn't necessarily always do it. He knows he's supposed to have a daily prayer time, but he doesn't necessarily always do it. And it may be because he's not seeing it. It also may be because he's 12 and lazy. But what I want to do is I want to make sure that we connect these dots. Ooh, look at this, my hands are huge. Huge hands. Oh! Okay, anyways, so I want to make sure that I connect those dots so that as he grows up, as he grows up, as he gets older, he'll know what that looks like, And I want it to be inherent in him. I want it to be something that he does without thinking. All three of my children, I want them to go to the Bible every day. I want them to go to the Word every day and to prayer every day without even thinking about it, just to do it. So we're working on it. Okay, guys. That's it for this week. Look for more. I should be getting some more free time here in the next couple weeks. For my Faithful Five, thank you for showing up. And please pass this on to any part-time youth pastors, part-time ministers in general that you know. My job here, my goal is to build up part-timers, as we're called to the Lord to be spiritual ninjas. Okay? So I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.